Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of In My Opinion. My name is John.
My name is Lester.
And yes, welcome to another episode. And as you can see, I am now fully, more or less, settled into my new place. For those of you that watched the last episode, you will know.
You will know. And I mean, if you haven't watched the episode, go ahead and watch it. It did pretty well. So a lot of people have expressed their interest in having more of such episodes, more adulting stuff.
Yes.
So we will be probably giving that kind of episode soon. But for today, we'll be doing a different kind of content. We'll try to experiment more with this kind of, I guess, more urban dictionary style. But before we go into that, let's plug our socials real quick. We are Overthink SG everywhere. Instagram, Telegram, and Twitch. Right now, we're streaming as well. So do join us and say hi in chat. Join our Instagram and Telegram for updates on where we go live and when a new episode comes out as well. Yes.
Correct. And like a lot more updates and more episodes to come. And also like we encourage you to engage with us on Twitch, in our Telegram chat, in our comment section, and you can always suggest something that you would like to hear us talk about for future episodes.
Of course.
But today's episode, we'll be talking about something that is close to heart.
Kind of.
And I don't know, too close for comfort for a lot of people, right?
Yeah. So it's about dating. Because okay, first of all, we have this I guess news post. This recent news on Instagram stories that came out about this guy who basically 5-timed this girl. And John sent it to me and he was like, do you want to talk about this? Then we were trying to find a topic to talk about. Then we landed on the topic of Softboys. And I was like, that's when I asked John, do you think you're a soft boy? And I also asked myself, do I think I'm a soft boy? And that's the question we are going to hopefully answer by the end of the episode. But first, before we get into it, I guess we're going to start with the preliminary stuff and what we define as a soft boy in the first place, which we had a bit of a different definition. But for John, what's your definition of a soft boy?
Okay, my definition of a soft boy is very simple. A soft boy is somebody who uses his sensitivities in terms of like his own emotional spectrum or his involvement with other people and stuff like that, right? Basically use all these emotional gifts to manipulate someone into giving them sex.
So must be sex. Sex is the end goal.
I mean, that's the... Yeah.
That's I can see that. Definition. I can see that. Okay. But okay,
or what they want. Basically, manipulate to get what they want.
Okay. I have a similar definition. It's the same. Basically, that they're the kind that kind of go for because like now the fuckboy era has kind of died down. So soft boys kind of rise in the ashes of the fuckboy, I guess. Or the fuckboys evolve into soft boys. That's just most of the people's opinions. Basically, because like most people understand the fuckboy tactic already. So now they are more privy into that and they won't fall for it as much. But for soft boys now... soft boys is kind of like the opposite of fuckboys. But still at the same time, they get what... It's actually the end goal is the same. The behavior is the same, but how they get there is almost like the opposite. So they try to appeal to the emotions. They try to go along the lines of like, oh, I'm different from other guys. I'm willing to show I'm vulnerable. I'm emotional. And therefore I can understand you, that kind of side. Yes, that's essentially what I get from soft boys.
So soft boys, right, are fuck boys who have understood the female gaze.
Sure. But I do think that softboy is a relatively new term and relatively new, I guess, phenomenon. Because I remember there was a period of time where like fuckboys of like not caring or whatever is the main way to go. And then suddenly the opposite is the new way to go out of nowhere. Like seems like last year was the first time I heard this in the first place. When do you hear of the term softboy at first, John?
Honestly, right, let me throw back to an episode, or rather not an episode, an article that appeared on Zula. A few years ago.
It's a few years ago? Wow, okay.
Yeah. That was the first time I encountered the term soft boy.
Okay. What was the article about?
The article was literally about soft boys.
Oh, okay.
Right? That was like I think like about the tactics that they do and stuff like that. It was a Zula article. And I believe it was written by Cheryl last time, I think. Okay. You have to correct me. It's been some time ago. But like basically that was the first time that term soft boy, right, was properly birthed in my head. And properly became a term.
Okay. Sure. But wait, I think a lot of people, let's say just now we were in the chat and we were asking people, do you guys know what soft boys are? And most of people don't know actually. So to a lot of people, this might be the first time they ever heard of this term. So because we gave a very broad definition, and to be honest, there are many people who are like, I guess, very emotional in nature and stuff like that. Why don't we give more of the tactics, like the specific tactics that they might use that would, I guess, make them a soft boy? Because personally, right, I gotta be honest with you guys, I have no idea how this will work. Like, because in my head, okay, I'll explain later, but why don't we just go into tactics first?
Can. Yeah. Okay, so I think one of those tactics that they like, that soft boys like to employ, right?
Yeah.
Soft boys, right, have a whole arsenal, right, of rapport building and disarming tactics. So if you talk about the fuckboy, right? The fuckboy is the you will think of the guy with the nice body trying to muscle his way and dominate alpha his way into what he wants, right?
Yeah.
The soft boy is very different. The soft boy have a whole plethora of disarming and rapport building tactics to the point whereby he will manipulate you to feel that he's harmless enough that you offer yourself up.
Okay. So their tactic is disarm.
Yes.
Okay. So
disarm you enough and then also attract you enough that you give them what they want and not they take from you.
Okay. So is the USP, I guess, from the girl's point of view of a soft boy, that they are able to relate to them, and that's why they are.
Of course, we're talking about soft boy in a cisgender straight relationship. Right?
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. So if the you repeat your question again?
As in, like, I'm just trying to think from like why would a girl, like, I guess, fall for the tricks of a soft boy, or like from their point of view, what makes it so special? What makes these people so special? Like, what about their behavior will make it like extremely disarming for them, or extremely, like, I guess, easy to fall for?
Yeah. So, like, firstly, they are highly relatable people. Secondly, right, they are very good at coming off as highly invested and interested. You see, most people will be able to tell or detect from a mile away, right, when someone pretends to be interested in your life.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? It's very obvious. You can pick up, right? You go on a first date with someone, they ask you a question, then as if they invested, but actually it's not. It's very easy to detect.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
Soft boys make that extremely hard because they make it super difficult because it will feel like they are 100% invested in you emotionally. They listen. They get your details. They understand what makes you tick. They understand what makes you upset about a certain scenario. They understand all these things. Either because they instinctively are emotionally like that, or they've acquired that ability.
Okay, so I guess the wired ability is a bit more obvious why that will be insidious, right? Because, like, of course, like, if it's someone who is not naturally like this becomes like this just because he knows that that's what, like, girls like, or guys like, whatever, then it's a lot more obvious that, like, okay, this guy is manipulating the other person, and it's a lot more like bad. We all can rally for that. But I think it's interesting you go about the other side, like what if they are naturally like that? Then is it as insidious? Is it? Cause
no.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, because like we mentioned earlier about why soft boys are called soft boys in the first place, because their intention is to get something that they want. And most of the time, this thing that they want is to get into people's pants, right?
Yeah.
So someone who is naturally emotional, right, while also emotionally mature enough to look for commitment, right, will not have that intent to try to wiggle their way, in that sense, into people's pants, into people's bedroom.
Okay.
Make sense?
Makes sense.
And I think that's the difference there.
Okay. I think we had this conversation off camera and even during the stream. Like, we were saying that John believes that there has to be the intention for you to fuck around, to be a soft boy. Which makes sense because, and I think I agree, if you do intend to use your emotionalness to fuck around and just get into people's pants, then of course you should be labeled a rather negative term, because that's a bit manipulative, to say the least. But I was arguing for the fact that I don't think you need intention to be a soft boy. So I'm on the side of, like, I'm a bit more strict, I guess. I'm a bit more willing to I guess put the blame on guys in general, which includes myself, to be fair. But I do think that, like, what defines you as a soft boy should be based on the behavior, not so much the intention. Because like let's say I'm a naturally emotional person, which I am. I'm a naturally emotional person. I would naturally want to listen to whoever I'm seeing and whoever. It's not that I plan to do it. It's just that's just how I am. And I do that. And then sometimes once in a while, there'll be one time, like let's say I ghost someone. Okay, fucked up thing to do. Ghost someone. I ghost someone, but I do that sometimes. I ghost someone, and then, but that would technically make me a soft boy. Because I didn't intend to, but I fucked up. And I did something messed up. That would make sense, right?
Okay. It does make sense in that sense, but at the same time, I feel that has a term or category of its own.
Okay.
That would be emotionally unavailable sensitive person.
So it's not you wouldn't park it under the same category as a soft boy.
Yeah. Okay. I feel that it won't, because soft boys' intention are usually very clear. Right? They just want to fuck.
Okay.
So they weaponize their best traits. Right? Okay. So you talk about instinctively sensitive people. What do? They're very good listeners. They pick up on people's details. They know what makes people happy. They know what makes them tick. Mm-hmm. And then as a result of that, they utilize that with one objective: to get the bang bang.
To get the bang. Or what Tata Ali was saying, to get the poon poon. But yes.
The poon poon.
But I think... Yeah. Okay, but what if you are naturally emotional? This is what you naturally do. Yeah. You're a very good people pleaser. You're a great listener. And then just so... But you of course, let's say you want sex, okay, because you're horny, and you just want it, you have a high sex drive, whatever.
Yeah. That's fine, right? Wanting sex is fine.
Yeah. Then you know that you doing this, or maybe you don't even know. You just do it because you understand that like this works.
But you can't go into any action without some kind of purpose. Okay, right? You're not a robot.
Okay, but if let's say like someone wants to just have sex only, no commitment. Yeah. Is there a way to do that without being a soft boy? You get what I mean?
Yeah. Own up to your intentions,
Oh, okay.
So I give you an example. So let's say you talk about a soft boy, someone who is naturally emotional. We don't talk about soft boy, talk about someone who is naturally emotional.
Yeah.
Right? Very easy to relate to people. Person skills 10 out of 10, right? Mm-hmm. That would disarm most people, put them at ease, easy to make people catch feels for them kind, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this guy owns up to the fact that, you know what, I don't want to have anything, I just want to have sex.
Then suddenly...
That's fine.
So would you say he's a soft boy?
People might mistakenly say, wow, he's a soft boy, he's just looking to fuck. But he is just looking to fuck.
So soft boy must come with the connotation
he's
that
just an emotionally unavailable
emotional guy.
Sensitive person.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Soft boys, but that's why we have to be... That's why, because the term has been diluted in that sense. Yeah. I feel that we have to bring it back. Soft boys are people who exclusively use it just to fuck people. And don't fuck people already, right? And then people don't know that they do that even after they ghost them. Okay, you know what I mean? Maybe after they ghost, then they're like, shit.
For some reason, I didn't think about if you communicate it, is you're not one. I just for some reason just thought that everyone was just just a soft boy. And I thought it was a bit mean. But okay. Now they put it that way, I think I understand. Okay. Then in that sense, would you consider yourself a soft boy, John?
Presently, no, but there was a time in my life where I employed a lot of these tactics to, for the lack of a better term, tackle people that I wanted to sleep with.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You will lead them on long enough till they catch enough feelings and have enough mutual good feelings that you can proceed to quote unquote undress them.
I don't honestly speaking, to now, right? I understand a soft boy is a term, and I kind of understand how it works generally. But when you put it out like that, right? When you put out a timeline like that, right? I almost see a disconnect between the whole I show you that I'm emotional, I show you that I'm understanding, and the sex part. Like I almost don't see the link between the two of them. I don't quite know how it works.
That's why I said earlier about baiting the person to come to you. That's the soft boy tactic.
Okay.
They will be emotionally unavailable. But they will still be close enough for you to become attracted.
Okay.
And then eventually attracted enough to have a physically intimate session with you.
Okay. I get it.
That's what a soft boy does.
Are there any specific tactics that you want to bring to light for the people out there who are a bit more unknowing?
Very simple, clear, very high emotional attunement, and a very high adverse reaction to commitment.
Okay.
That's the key things here. You see, you do not want to misdiagnose a sensitive person who could be a gem in your life, right?
Yeah, exactly.
A sensitive person is always great because like it becomes like you can talk to them. You know, you have someone who is emotionally available, which is usually rare to find someone you can connect well with, right? You don't want to misdiagnose that.
Yeah, of course.
But usually these people, right, are very, very adverse to commitment. Because, right, if you think about it, okay, if your objective, okay, is to fuck around, the bottom of the list is commitment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
In fact, you hate it.
So that is how you tell. That's the first thing you have to tell. Now you have at least that one diagnostic tool. What are some tactics that the soft boy will utilize? Right?
Yeah. Some symptoms.
They may try to single this target out. And then after they single this target out in private, they will form a very strong emotional bond in the identified holes in the person's psyche.
What? Okay, wait. What? Okay, wait.
Think about it. So
I want,
for example, if you
more.
are in a school setting, for example, you're in poly.
Yeah.
Then this soft boy target this particular person.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
They could be someone who is socially awkward.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Of course.
So what then is the hole in this socially awkward whole person's life?
People liking them, attention, I guess. I have no idea. What
companionship?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Same as attention,
right?
I guess. Yeah. Sure.
Someone to talk to. No, you don't need to necessarily give them attention. You just need to know that I am the safe space here. I know you're socially awkward, but I'm the safe space.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Right?
Okay.
Another one, right? You talk about someone who is super sporty.
Yes.
What is the hole in their psyche?
Bro, I don't know. Toxic masculinity. I don't know.
No, it could be someone that can keep up with them. It could be someone that understands why they're being sporty. Or it could be someone that understands the journey it took them to be this level of successful.
Okay.
So many emotional angles, eventually they will test until they figure it out.
Then that's what really gets to you, I guess.
Yeah, and then through that, they will just continue to play relatability, get closer to you, realize their goals, and then be like, goodbye.
It's a bit tough because like I can understand why to a lot of people out there right now, they are hearing this and they're like, these are the things I do, or maybe unintentionally or intentionally, to make a friend, full stop. Because like part of making friends and talking to people is relating to them and understanding how they take and understanding everything. So the intention part, which is what separates a soft boy from a normal, genuine human being who wants to get to know you better, whether or not to be a friend or to get to be more than a friend, whatever it is the intentions. Or at least
exactly. A soft boy does not want to get to know you better.
Yeah.
Soft boy wants to get to know you enough so that he can use that against you.
Okay. So, as someone who might be on the receiving end of this, right? How can you tell the intentions? I think that's the tough part.
You make it very clear. You see, there is a friendship versus a good feelings boundary that will start to erode as you get closer to good feelings, right?
Yeah.
You can tell there is a point of erosion where you start to question, what is this?
Yeah.
Not loudly, but in your head, it's like, oh, what is this?
Sure.
Maybe one fine day, you all manage to breach the physical touch barrier a bit.
Okay.
You know?
Sure, yeah.
Right?
There'll be times that I'll be like, wait, like, is this progressing? Or like, wait, why are we like something going somewhere, something? Yeah.
Then there is the time right? You need to throw caution to the wind, sit down, and tell them, say, look, I'm not gonna deny that I don't feel nothing for you.
Okay.
I don't gonna deny that I feel nothing for you, right? But at the same time,
Double negative, yes.
huh?
Double negatives. The double
Yeah,
negatives
I
to
say
be
wrong.
crazy.
I say wrong. Yeah.
Continue.
But like basically, it's like I don't deny that I feel nothing for you.
Yes.
Eh?
I don't deny that I don't.
I don't deny.
I admit I feel something for
I
you.
admit that I don't. I admit that I don't feel that I feel something for you.
Okay,
something
yeah,
like
make
that.
it simple. Okay, yeah, I got
Yeah,
you.
I admit that I may feel something for you, right? But at the same time, right? Okay, I don't know what your intentions are. But if we were to proceed, I want a committed monogamy with you.
Which is a tough conversation to have.
Damn tough.
It's a tough conversation to have because especially when you're like
because you stand to lose this friend if you misunderstand.
Yeah, exactly. Like if it's a
and
friendship,
you stand to lose.
Exactly. Like especially if it's like a friendship that like you really treasure, which I think you probably would because this person's probably a very, very I mean, if listens to you for a reason, it's a super treasured friendship. And then you run the risk of like thinking too much. Of like this person just wants to be a nice person and like maybe that one incident that you thought was a bit weird was just like to them it's just like natural and they just like didn't really think much about it and they just still treat you as a friend. Then you saying this will suddenly make things very awkward. So it's a tough conversation to have, but still a very necessary one. I can see how that would clear up a lot of things. Because if they come out and say that like honestly like I'm not looking for a committed relationship, then of course then you can evaluate from there. Do you want to go FWB route or whatever? It's up to you. You can do you. But if the person says that I want to have a committed relationship, then you have to start thinking again, like is this person just saying it to get in my pants or to have sex with me?
No, not only that. Okay, not only that. Yeah, because what you just said is very true. They may say yes just to try to progress it, right? Then if that is the answer, yes, right? What you will have to do is to set the boundaries right. Set what your expectations are and blah, 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 so that when you progress further, these are things that you can expect and these are things that you will not accept, blah, 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 blah. So it's communicated early. One easier way to ask this person whether they are just attracted to you or whatever, right? It's very simple. Is it you like me? Like that.
I will go for a subtler route. I will probably ask like, are you looking at this someone? Are you looking for a relationship?
That one is dubious. Because if they say yes, then in your head is it me?
But if they say no, then it's a very clear sign that they're just trying to fuck with you.
That's why it's very simple. You have to be very emotionally... No, I tell you, the most successful fuckboys will tell you, yes.
That's true.
And then they purposely will not tell you who.
Oh no.
Think about it right now. You must think about yourself as on the receiving end. You ask this kind of question, you checkmate yourself.
That's true. Yeah, don't checkmate yourself. That's true.
Checkmate yourself, right? They will never tell you who. Tell me, no lah, I don't want to say.
So you say, do you like... So, okay, so your solution to this is straight ask like, is it you like me?
Be emotionally mature. You sense something going on. It's like, you know what, there's a good thing between us. Do you like me?
Okay. If they say yes.
They say yes? Then very simple. Set your groundwork for what you want to have before you progress into a relationship. If they say no, then you set your boundaries and say like, okay, because I feel like I have some good feelings between us and I like you both as a friend and as something more. So since you say no, let's have some friend barrier. Because in your life, I am pretty sure I will bet my bottom dollar that you have good friends who are not that distance. So you have not that fuckboy, that soft boys distance.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can have an example and say, okay, me and Jacqueline, we like that. This is the in your head, you're just like, oh, this is a checklist of what a good friend is like.
Sure. Yeah.
This is the kind of distance and relationship that I have with a good friend.
Then from there you can kind of understand like what would be crossing the line.
What their intentions are.
Okay.
And then if they refuse to listen to your needs and wants, they have shown their true colors.
It might... I mean, John was talking about this a bit before we wrote, but he was saying that like if someone really wants to like fuck with you for a long time or like wants to play the soft boy game for a long time, they can play for like a year or like a few months and they will still continue playing it even through a relationship.
Yes.
They might get into a relationship with you, but with the intention of one day just like peace out, have fun, bye-bye. They might. It's still a risk that you have to run. I don't think personally when I hear that, I don't think there's a way to solve it other than, sometimes you lose, sometimes you win in life.
Yeah, because you must understand that when you enter into a relationship with someone or try to pursue something with someone, first level, right, is commitment, which if this person can cross this commitment level, right, the likelihood of soft boydom becomes that much lower.
Sure, yes.
Almost nil already at that point. Next, very simple. If you're emotionally mature enough to set your needs and wants very clearly before the relationship, and tell them, say that like, if these things happen, these are deal breakers for me, right?
Yeah.
Which, firstly, you require a high mastery of knowing who you are, right?
Yes.
And because you have that high mastery of who you are, this guy, this soft boy, cannot play the games to get what he wants.
That's true. I think you do need to know yourself quite a lot. And you do need to know your boundaries and what you will stand for, quote unquote, what you will stand for, what you won't stand for.
Exactly.
I think that's quite important. And I don't know, man. Like, because I do think that every relationship is a risk. I don't think you will ever get a point in life where you will get to know someone and it's like this person's a surefire hit. Everyone can say that in hindsight. They can say like when they're married, at their like wedding, they were like, "Oh my god, when I met you, I knew that you're gonna be the one." That's fucking bullshit. I don't think you ever know someone is gonna be the one.
That's a script, right? That's a script.
Yeah, you never know that someone is gonna be the one. Let's just be real. So I do think that there's gonna be a risk no matter like what you do and no matter who the person is and how they behave.
Yeah.
So eventually, I think some things just take time, right? Like a soft boy over time is going to have to show his true colors because that's how he is. Like if he just wants to fuck around, he wouldn't continue staying with you for a long period of time without like doing something or cheating or like one day just like suddenly breaking out with you and everything like that. So it depends on
soft boys are the masters, right, of leaving you hanging.
Yeah,
because when you are left in suspense, right, it's like in movies, right, when you're left in suspense, you want more. Right? Even though when movies leave on a cliffhanger, everyone's very upset. But low key, right, they are very upset not because it landed on a cliffhanger. It's because they want the story to continue.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a way to think about that. Right? Interesting.
Think about it.
Okay.
So soft boys, right, know that that's what people want.
Okay, that's true. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we can go back to like the overarching question of today, which you really answered already. Like, are we soft boys? And you say that you don't think you are now. We jokingly say on stream that he's a soft man. So he's a...
No, I'm just a man. I like to think I'm a gentleman. Gentleman means what? Gentle but manly.
He's either a soft man or a peaceful boy and nothing else. You can call him either way. He goes by either terms. But I would say that like I still do think that like the behavior matters more than the intention. I do think that if you fucked up and you have the typical traits of a soft boy, then you are a soft boy. Whether or not you intended to really screw up that relationship or screw up that dating experience. Maybe it's just something that I personally believe. I don't know. I feel that you don't need to
contentious.
I think it depends. But for me personally, I do think the intention matters. It doesn't matter that much. I do think that if you have the intention, the spectrum of soft boyness, you have increased your spectrum of soft boyness. But I do think that even if you don't have the intention, you are still on the soft boy spectrum. You get what I mean? You're still there.
As in, you still have employed soft boy tactics.
Yes. Right. And because of that, maybe in the spectrum you're not that high up of a soft boy, but on the lower end, maybe you're still kind of considered one. Does that make sense?
I don't 100% agree with it, but like this is at this point I have to say that like for the first time in a long time for IMO history, to each his own. To each his own. Because normally we will either come to a consensus or but this one to each his own.
Yeah. And personally...
But the main thing is, I think at least what we can agree on is some of the diagnostic things for people to look out for.
Yes, that one I agree. And like personally, I think that in the past, I have like unintentionally played onto the soft boy tactics. Because I think naturally I'm a very emotional person, right? Like I'm just naturally someone that will will cry and stuff like that. So like naturally just be already. And I think unintentionally I have played into it. And I've told this story in on stream just now, but back when I was a TSL intern in 2018, I was a very, very emotional person. And John knows that because he's my supervisor. And one of my fellow intern mates, Gabriel, he was saying that Lester is like shy and like sensitive, right? Because he knows girls like that. And he wants to get girls. And I remember thinking to myself at the time, all I could think of, my answer to him then and to him now is, I wish I was smart enough to think about that, but I'm not. Yeah. So, like, but I do think that in like my dating history, have I employed such a tactic to, I guess, get to know a person better or emotionally try to get closer to someone? Probably. And have I screwed over people in general? Probably. So I would think
Let's face it, okay. We all have. In this era of modern online dating, we have all let someone down.
We have all let someone down. And that's fine. I mean, depends on who we talk to. To me, that's fine. So, like, in that sense, I would consider myself like a little bit of one. I wouldn't let myself off the hook in this case. You get what I mean? I would, even though I didn't intentionally want to do that. But it's up to you guys, up to your definitions. I would like to know you guys' opinions on this as well, because I'm just very, very intrigued by this whole soft boy thing, because I very, very clearly remember a day in my like therapy session where I told my therapist that no girl will ever like me and want to date me because I'm an emotional being. And next thing I know, being emotional is suddenly a USP. And I'm very, very confused.
It's called the female gaze, man.
I was so confused, like, because I truly, truly thought that, like, you know, no one would date me or no one would like me because like I'm emotional. And then suddenly it's the opposite. And then I'm like a bit confused. So I still think it's a very interesting phenomenon. I would like to you guys to know. I would like to know you guys' like, I guess, line and your own definition of soft boy. And with that, John, is there any final words that we have before we end this short episode?
Final words, very simple. If you are a soft boy, stop it. Okay? Grow up. Sure. Be more emotionally mature. Use your gifts where you can relate to people and be emotionally quote unquote manipulative. Manipulate people to become better people.
Sure.
Very easy, right? You can just go and encourage people and help them overcome their emotions. Next, if you, like I said, you know, for the people out there who might or might not be targets of soft boys, please, I hope this episode helps. I encourage y'all to leave your comments below if you got more tactics that y'all potentially identify. But yeah, stay safe, lah. Stay safe.
Yes. I mean, for me, it's just every time we come to like dating episodes, I always say the same thing, but like every time you leave room for good things to happen, you also have to leave room for bad things to happen. And I think it's just a risk that you kind of have to like keep at the back of your mind. And eventually trust will be earned and they will show that they're worthy of your trust. And I would say like try not to be too jaded by it. I would like to think that most people are not like that. And most people are just genuinely like interested in your life and they just genuinely want to know you better.
Yes.
But just something to keep in mind. Try not to be too jaded and just open up your heart a little bit. And, you know, if it works out, it works out. But try not to be too naive, I guess.
Yes, yeah. And as with all relationship things, honestly, let's be real here. You grow up when you've had your heart broken.
That's a bit sad, but sure.
Sad.
Should we do another episode about heartbreaks? Who knows? But okay.
Maybe, leave it in the comments below if you like, huh?
Yeah. And with that, guys, we're going to end this very short episode. Normally, I'll say stay safe, don't get COVID. Recently, I went to get a PCR test. I did not get COVID, so I can say it with confidence. Stay safe, don't get COVID.
Yes.
See you guys
next week.
Stay
safe, don't get COVID. Yep, see you guys soon. Bye!
Bye.